Wait, hold everything. Did you hear the latest bombshell that's about to shake Washington and every conservative corner of the internet? Kathryn Kirk, yes, that Kathryn Kirk, has just come forward with explosive claims about Charlie Kirk's death. And let me tell you, this is not what they want you to hear. Are we really supposed to believe it was some tragic accident? Some random twist of fate? Or is there a much darker story lurking behind the headlines? Sources close to the family anonymous naturally are already whispering about hidden disputes, secret meetings, and chilling threats that paint a picture far beyond coincidence. And here's the kicker. Kathryn insists she has uncovered evidence so shocking, so game-changing, that it could rewrite everything we thought we knew about Charlie Kirk. Financial motives? Political rivalries? Or something even more sinister? The internet is already exploding. Twitter feeds are ablaze with speculation. Memes are flying. Headlines are spinning. And you're about to get the first real look behind the curtain because this story? It's messy. It's dramatic. And it's just getting started. Buckle up, because what Kathryn is revealing might make you question everything. You think you knew Charlie Kirk? Think again. Because what Kathryn Kirk has just uncovered is rewriting the story completely. This isn't just another political scandal, another sad headline for a Sunday morning. No, this is the kind of story that makes you lean in, squint at your screen, and whisper, "Wait, what?" Friends, enemies, allies, and rivals, everyone who was part of Charlie's inner circle is suddenly under a magnifying glass. And the cracks are starting to show. The whispers that were once dismissed as rumors, suddenly they have weight. Suddenly they have faces. And Kathryn claims she has all the proof, the hidden audio, the secret correspondences that no one thought would see the light of day. Let's rewind for a moment. Charlie Kirk, founder of one of the most talked about conservative youth movements in America, was never exactly shy about controversy. From explosive social media rants to public feuds, with some of the most high-profile figures in politics, the man was no stranger to drama. But until now, most of that drama felt distant, performative even. A clash of ideologies, a Twitter war, a viral clip here or there. Harmless? Maybe. Enter Kathryn. Suddenly, there's a new lens, a darker dimension. Suddenly, what looked like coincidence, like bad timing, now has a pattern. Kathryn alleges that Charlie's death wasn't random at all, that this wasn't fate or tragedy, but a meticulously orchestrated event. And if her claims are true, it could shake the very foundations of the circles Charlie moved in. According to sources close to the family, remember, these are whispers from people who don't exist on Twitter and whose identities are being protected. For obvious reasons, there were mounting tensions in the weeks leading up to his death. Disagreements over funding, heated arguments over political strategies. And then there are the strange visitors, the late-night meetings, the unexplained messages that apparently left Charlie anxious, unsettled, maybe even fearful. Kathryn alleges she has messages, voice notes, and emails that paint a picture far more sinister than anything public records could show. It was like watching a storm build, she reportedly told a trusted confidant. You could feel it coming, and nobody believed it. And it gets weirder. For months prior to Charlie's death, insiders say he was acting differently paranoid, cautious, and increasingly withdrawn. People who worked closely with him reportedly noticed him double-checking phone calls, reviewing who had access to what, and even hiring private security for reasons no one fully understood. Of course, in the public eye, this was shrugged off as eccentricity, maybe a bit of over-the-top precaution. But Kathryn's findings suggest a more calculated fear, a fear that wasn't irrational, a fear that was justified. The evidence she claims to possess suggests that Charlie had begun uncovering something. That could have been his undoing if it ever came to light. Now, let's talk about motives. Who would benefit from Charlie being out of the picture? This is where the story begins to spin into shades of pure intrigue. Kathryn hints at financial conflicts that were hidden beneath the surface, political alliances that weren't as clean as they appeared, and rivalries that went beyond mere ideological differences. And here's the kicker. She alleges that there were specific individuals who had both the means and the opportunity to orchestrate what happened. Names that, for now, she is holding back, but sources say these names are not minor players. These are power brokers, people with influence, access, and zero tolerance for anyone who might expose them. Public perception. Oh, the public is already buzzing. Social media threads are exploding. Hashtags are popping up. And late-night commentators are suddenly circling like sharks smelling blood in the water. Everyone has an opinion, but few have the proof or the nerve to say what Kathryn is saying out loud. And yet, the claims are spreading faster than any mainstream headline could contain. People are sharing snippets of the leaked material, debating the implications, and questioning everything they thought they knew about Charlie Kirk's life and, more importantly, his death. It's hard not to notice the dramatic tension building. Imagine the scene. A man at the height of his influence, surrounded by loyal supporters, yet suddenly vulnerable in ways no one anticipated. Kathryn, the whistleblower, the person willing to step into the spotlight and claim she has the truth, is now the focal point of a swirling storm of speculation. And this storm isn't just about politics. It's about power, secrecy, and consequences. It's about exposing what many hoped would remain buried. Here's the chilling part. The pieces are beginning to fit together. The pattern is becoming undeniable. And the question that no one can ignore is staring us straight in the face. Was Charlie Kirk's death really an accident, or has Kathryn just pulled back the curtain on something far more sinister, something orchestrated with chilling precision? The evidence she claims to have may very well change everything we thought we knew. And when the full story comes out, the shockwaves could reach places and people we never expected. So here's where it gets juicy. Kathryn Kirk isn't just hinting at things she's claiming to have uncovered: documents, recordings, and correspondences that no one, not even Charlie's closest allies, were supposed to see. According to her, these materials reveal a tangled web of influence, secrecy, and betrayal that reaches far beyond the comfortable narratives we've been fed. Imagine private emails with shocking instructions, late-night phone calls recorded with hidden devices, and financial ledgers that paint a picture of someone playing a very dangerous game. And who's at the center of it all? Not just Charlie Kirk himself, but a group of insiders who wield power quietly, efficiently, and Kathryn alleges ruthlessly. The sources who leaked information to her describe meetings that were high tension and eerily coordinated. One anonymous source, who insists on remaining in the shadows, told Kathryn it wasn't a debate or disagreement. This was a calculated setup. Everything was planned to the last detail. People were watching, waiting, and when you consider the timing of Charlie's death, the emails, and the sudden, suspicious movements of key figures in his circle, it paints a picture that is, let's just say, unnervingly coherent. Then there's the financial angle. Kathryn points to irregular transactions, sudden transfers, and hidden accounts that suggest someone or some group was not only manipulating events behind the scenes, but also standing to gain enormously from Charlie, being out of the way. Remember, we're not talking about small sums here. The ledgers she's referencing allegedly detail seven-figure movements, shell accounts, and phantom entities designed to obscure ownership. And the kicker? Some of the beneficiaries are people who publicly portrayed themselves as allies of Charlie, friends, collaborators, even mentors. Behind closed doors, the narrative was very different. Public reactions have been explosive, to put it mildly. Twitter erupted the second Kathryn's claims went viral. One thread, now at over 12,000 retweets, speculates about hidden motives, political rivalries, and secret enemies who might have orchestrated the whole thing. Memes have been created, hashtags trending, and late-night commentators are treating it like the biggest scandal of the year. People are asking questions like, how deep does this go? And who can we trust anymore? The chatter online is relentless, with users dissecting every leaked snippet, connecting dots, and even theorizing about Potential cover dash-ups. Then there are the insider reactions. A former associate of Charlie reportedly told Kathryn that he had noticed strange behaviors and off-the-record instructions in the weeks leading to his death. It wasn't paranoia, the source insisted. It was something else, something orchestrated. Charlie realized it too late. Combine that with other whispers about surveillance, unauthorized access to personal devices, and private meetings with undisclosed individuals, and you start to see why Kathryn's revelations have become explosive. It's not just about what happened, it's about who had the power to make it happen, and why they waited until the perfect moment. And let's not forget the alleged political motives. Kathryn hints that certain strategic moves by rival organizations were more than just political maneuvers, they were distractions, designed to divert attention while the real plan unfolded behind the scenes. In the weeks leading up to Charlie's death, multiple high-profile events, media appearances, and controversial statements coincided with movements that now, in hindsight, look suspiciously orchestrated. Coordinated chaos, if you will. Kathryn believes these weren't coincidences, and if she's right, someone was playing chess while everyone else was playing checkers. Even the smallest details are raising eyebrows. An anonymous source reportedly provided a recording of a phone call in which a now unidentified individual hinted, cryptically, at making problems disappear and covering all tracks that Kathryn claims the tone, context, and timing all suggest premeditation. Whether it's financial gain, political advantage, or personal vendetta, it's clear that someone went to extraordinary lengths to make sure Charlie's death looked like fate, when it might have been anything but. And the public? They're not just shocked, they're suspicious, outraged, and hungry for answers. Comments across social media platforms range from disbelief to pure fury, with people demanding investigations, transparency, and accountability. Mainstream outlets are scrambling to catch up, but by now, Kathryn has already set the narrative. There is more to this story, much more. And the pieces, as she says, are just beginning to fall into place. Here's the chilling reality. The scandal isn't just about Charlie Kirk anymore. It's about power, secrecy, and a hidden network that might have played a hand in shaping events nobody dared imagine. And Kathryn, standing in the center of it all, is the first person willing to point a finger and say, look, the truth is uglier than you think. But the story doesn't end here. The fallout, the potential resignations, investigations, public outcry, and political tremors is just around the corner. And once it hits, nothing will look the same again. Now the real storm begins. With Kathryn Kirk pulling back the curtain, the fallout is impossible to ignore. The question on everyone's mind is no longer what happened, but who will be held accountable. According to her, investigations are quietly beginning behind closed doors. Legal teams are reportedly mobilizing. Government agencies are allegedly reviewing confidential documents. And some of Charlie's former allies are being discreetly interviewed. If Kathryn's claims hold water, the implications are staggering. Resignations, public inquiries, and possibly even criminal investigations that could make headlines for years. Already, financial experts are speculating about frozen accounts, potential audits, and hidden funds that might be traced back to the events surrounding Charlie's death. If the leaked ledgers are accurate, there are sums moving across borders. Shell companies designed to hide ownership, and transfers that align eerily with the timeline of Charlie's final days. Kathryn insists this isn't just about money, it's about power. People who believe themselves untouchable might suddenly find themselves in the crosshairs. And the best this video? She's promising to release even more evidence, supposedly enough to make the story unignorable. Public reaction has escalated to near frenzy. Online forums are buzzing with speculative theories, conspiracy threads are trending, and political commentators are falling over themselves to connect dots that were invisible just weeks ago. One viral thread claimed, if Kathryn's proof is real, this is the biggest cover-up since Watergate. Another user wrote, everything we thought we knew about Charlie Kirk is a lie. And while social media can be hyperbolic, The intensity of these reactions underscores just how explosive Kathryn's revelations are becoming. Some insiders are now claiming that key figures connected to Charlie have started distancing themselves, resigning from positions, or quietly disappearing from public events. One anonymous source reportedly told Kathryn, "People are scared. They're scared because they know who was involved, and they know it could all come out." The tension is palpable. The power structures that seemed solid are suddenly fragile. Allies are turning into suspects. Supporters are questioning loyalty, and everyone is wondering if the people behind the scenes can manipulate this storm, or if it's about to expose them completely. There's also speculation about possible criminal implications. Kathryn hints that authorities could be looking into charges ranging from conspiracy to obstruction of justice, and even more severe allegations if evidence of deliberate harm is found. Imagine the headlines. High-profile political figures under investigation in Charlie Kirk death scandal. Kathryn's sources suggest that the trails of evidence, if verified, could lead straight to people whose names have never been publicly associated with wrongdoing before, and the prospect of prosecutions has some of these insiders reportedly panicking behind closed doors, though nothing is official yet. Meanwhile, the narrative in public opinion is evolving. Fans, critics, and casual observers alike are dissecting every detail Kathryn has provided. What started as a shocking claim is morphing into a fully fledged cultural conversation. Memes, debates, and think pieces are spreading like wildfire. The scandal is no longer just about one death. It's about systemic manipulation, the shadowy mechanics of power, and the lengths some people will go to protect their interests. And Kathryn? She's become a lightning rod admired by some, criticized by others, but undeniably central to a story that isn't going away anytime soon. And here's the dramatic twist. While Kathryn has revealed so much already, she's only scratched the surface. According to her, there are layers of correspondence, recordings, and evidence that haven't yet been leaked. Hidden details that could dramatically change public understanding. Some of these, she claims, implicate individuals previously considered untouchable, suggesting that the full impact of her revelations could send shockwaves through politics, media, and finance simultaneously. In short, this isn't a story that will quietly fade away, it's one that promises to dominate headlines and conversations for weeks, months, maybe even years. The tension couldn't be higher. Kathryn Kirk's revelations have shifted the narrative completely. What once looked like a tragic, isolated event is now a story of intrigue, betrayal, and hidden agendas. The possible consequences, resignations, criminal investigations, financial unraveling are looming on the horizon, and the public is watching, waiting, and questioning everything. And one thing is certain, when the dust settles, the truth Kathryn claims to have uncovered could change everything we thought we knew about Charlie Kirk, his circle, and the forces that may have orchestrated his demise. So, what do you think? Was Charlie Kirk's death truly an accident? Or has Kathryn Kirk just exposed a carefully orchestrated plan that nobody saw coming? The pieces are falling into place, the evidence is mounting, and the questions are bigger than ever. Who had the motive? Who had the means? And most importantly, who is hiding in the shadows, hoping the truth never comes out? This isn't just speculation, it's a wake-up call. The story Kathryn is revealing could change the way we look at power, influence, and secrecy in circles we thought we understood. And as the layers continue to unfold, one thing is crystal clear. The public deserves answers, and the clock is ticking. Will justice finally catch up? Or will the hidden players slip away unnoticed? We want to hear from you. Do you believe Kathryn's claims? Are we witnessing a shocking cover-up? Or is this something even more sinister? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Share this video to spread the word. And make sure you hit that subscribe button because this story is far from over. And you won't want to miss the next explosive revelations. Stay tuned because the truth is just getting started. And it's bigger than anyone could have imagined.